tough, you become calm. And believe me, within that, the ingredients in that calmness is abuse, psychosis, all the crazy things that make a person go irate and become a criminal are the same traits that somebody who's mentally tough becomes within themselves, in their spirit. And believe me, it's still weakness. A lot of times the brain will twitch and you'll have a flashback and pain will physically hit you. You'll get strikes of pain and weaknesses in your hips, down your thighs and your knees. And you say, like you grab your back. And then you remember in a place where pain, in a place where you've forgotten about it. And then you're propelled forward. You got to keep moving with that pain in you. A lot of times you'll be sitting still, trying to do something normal, and the scar will bring up the pain as if it just happened like a second ago. And it'll try to bring you to a place where you get stuck in the thought of it, in the picture. The picture will consume your conscious mind. You're in the now. And you will lose track of who you are. And it's like you'll wake up in yourself and you'll forget where you are, like somebody suffering with dementia. You'll go through it. I've been through it. When you start becoming mentally tough, you cancel superficial things. You cut off fake friends. Your brain doesn't have time to entertain them. It's trying to toughen up so the abuse can stop. So all the pain and the misery will stop. And also you cut out your friends. You cut out spending money on things that you know you don't need. Your body is like, I never needed that shit. Why did I wait this long to say that? Or to become the person that doesn't need such things? Being mentally tough will cost you sleep sometimes. You won't be able to sleep. Your brain is knocking against itself. A lot of times that keeps you awake at night. Like you have insomnia or something. It'll twist your stomach. You won't be able to tolerate certain foods. It'll cause you stress. A lot of mental toughness will challenge your physical health. Next thing you know, the things you champion on, you can't stand the sight of it. It makes you turn your stomach. You're breaking out. Your skin is acting up. Having midlife crisis, hormonal imbalances, feeling imbalances, psychological and spiritual imbalances. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like the brain, like I said, becoming tougher, it'll disfigure your body. You think you're a Barbie doll, but you're really a Cabbage Patch Kid. And then if with me, I've been, celibate now for over 20 years. I still get urges as if, you know what I mean? As if I just started yesterday. I think in my chastity, I'm becoming more, what do you call that? I'm getting more feverish about it than I ever have. There's parts of me there's spurts of energy coming out of me like a live wire. Like I have control over my members. I know not to. I'm in the middle of the moment. But around that control, it's like a live wire of emotion just shooting sparks everywhere. It's like holding a sparkler in your hand. Your hand, you got control of the thing. You're holding it. It's not going anywhere. But right on top, there's like sparks flying everywhere. That's what it feels like. Like 1 second, you're in complete control of it. And then some person comes within reach and you're like a raging ape. Like a gorilla gone mad, like King Kong being challenged for his Jane. Like you can't control it. It's all impulse. And then you realize, and within the moment, that you do have control and you're still holding the sparkler in your hand, that it's all in your head. Very confusing. It'd be very confusing. Mental toughness. It's a long road. It never ends. It never ends. You're never at a place where you say, I'm at complete mental toughness. I mean, you can be at a place where you can have absolutely no body fat, and your actual road of physical fitness is complete at that point. But then you're never at a place where your mental toughness is done. It's never finished. It's just you creating a pace and knowing that it's a marathon. And then you get in a place where you're not weighting yourself with it, where you can give and take and stretch and bloat and strengthen, where you know how to give and release. It's like an assembly line. You know how to do your part in the line. Knowing that a lot of your mental toughness is not just you in your head, it's the energies around you. It's the voices you let in, that you let take control, that you give power to. It's the voices that are within your abuses that you give power to. It's all those things. It's not just you alone. When you accept that it's just not you in your head, that it's all these other things, you start creating partnerships, and that's where the health is. You start realizing, what this person is in your mental health, that person is. Some people need to hear abuse every now and again. It keeps their balance going. Some people have to shut abuse out because they're just getting too much of it. Some people live in a fantasy world, and them coming out of it, they'll kill themselves. They've created such a place where everything is so phony that it's like what it says in the Bible about, putting new wine in an old bottle, and the whole bottle would just break and shatter. I went through that as a kid. I had to go through an entire shatter, like a complete spinal split, and then everything spilled out. And to this day, I think I still deal with leakage from that ordeal. Something a normal person wouldn't survive. And it seems easy for somebody not going through it. Perfection seems easy for everybody else around you when you have that kind of flaw. And that's just part of the toughness. It's just that extra pound that just keeps creating the fracture, the hairline fracture. You realize that you have 25 years worth of hairline fractures in you. That creates like side splitting pains. And then you get used to feeling them so much that it becomes a toughness. That you look forward to that pain because you know how to deal with it. You know how to function with it. Functionality. Within, though, you got to find that one place. The most rejected place within you tends to be your most common, normal place. The place nobody looks for. The trash that the world thinks that you are. It's probably the you cradled in your mom's arms. To tell you the God honest truth. When God finds you, when God finds that part of you that's died to the world, He dwells there. And He finds you there because nobody's looking for you there. And that's where you become safe in your own head. That's the place you don't tell to anybody if you have any God sense left. You don't tell anybody where that place is. Well, unless you want to go through that test again. Nobody wants to get to level 1,000 on the hardest game in life and then get persuaded to start over because somebody wants to cheat and don't want to go through it themselves. Being mentally tough is also about being mentally soft when you need to be. Alright, love. I'm going to talk myself half to death, but I thank you for listening. See you when I see you. Talk to you later. As much as I thought I could plan a podcast, that is not going to happen. I do not have the mindset to sit here. Chop up block for block how I'm going to tell you about weight loss and weight gain.